I woke up this morning to my phoenix child jumping on the trampoline of my inner being. It was an astounding experience. She's jumping and vibrating my inner reality, creating more space for my higher self to come in. And I was ready to create an altar for her. I'm catching up on my elegant equation of divine feminine Christ leadership work that I've been putting off for a long time, partially because I convinced myself that I didn't have space or time to do it. And yesterday was my first day with Green Tara for the homework in preparation for Hawaii, and she was like, you know what, you're doing it now in public. So on the plane I started, and I was reading out loud the initiation. I finished my initiation with Isis yesterday on the plane out loud, and I did a bunch of homework, so I got through module 2, and I was instructed to create an altar for my phoenix child and for my higher self. Well, my phoenix child decided that my altar was going to be the inside of me. And she was jumping rope and jumping on this trampoline of my inner being and pressing and vibrating the insides of my being. And I just watched her in awe. And felt so much sensation to wake up to. She was like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up! It's time to play with Green Tara. I was like, oh boy. And so I made this amazing altar last night. It's the most amazing altar I've ever made. Let's be real. I'm going to show it to you. Let me show you. Oops. Here. This is my altar. The simplest altar I've ever made. It is one stone. It's a raw emerald. And to me, it's representing Hawaii and my adventures. And I had a moment with the archangels. Archangel Raphael showed me this crown that I was wearing, and the tips of this golden crown had rubies, and there were all of these emeralds, and there were moldavites. It's really fantastically beautiful. So when I refound this emerald stone, I was like, whoa, cool. And it seems pretty fitting that it's green for the heart chakra, and I feel like I've been really working with that really strongly. So I sat down at this altar to sit with Green Tara for 15 minutes. 15 minutes and 15 seconds. It was the most profound 15 minutes of my entire life. She is a butt kicker. She was working with me yesterday too through a very intense trial, showing me and helping me to realize how unique my personal path is. I don't have the luxury of doing things the way other people do them, because there's more in store for me and for all those who follow me. So she's showing me how I'm being called to be more vulnerable, to lead others in my vulnerability. So yesterday I waited 3 hours for a cab that never showed up. Well, showed up once my friend finally came to pick me up. And the whole time I was doing some research about this Hawaii trip. I signed up totally in faith to go to Hawaii and go to this conference with Kaya and do a private session with her. And I only knew I was supposed to do the private session with her because the week that I signed up, I made the exact amount of money that it was going to cost to sit with her. And that was assigned to me. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to do it. I didn't really feel like at the beginning of the year that Hawaii was going to be affordable for me. And when you look at finances the way most people do, probably it's not. I don't have a normal job and I don't have a normal home and I don't really know what I'm doing any given day in general, unless I have something specifically scheduled. So yesterday I was looking up housing, and on all these other parts of the island I can find rooms for $20 a night, which I'm like, okay, yeah, I could pay that. And then the reality hits that, well, then you have to rent a car to make that work so that you can get to the conference every day. And then the other reality is, do you really want to drive 2 hours or more to get to the conference? Also, I don't have a credit card. And even though I've thought about getting a credit card, I had one before and it wasn't good for me. And turns out I'm meant to put myself out there in different ways instead of doing things the way that other people think I should, or even I think I should sometimes. I was going to jump into this room situation with a woman who posted that she had an available room to share, and I thought that the cost would be sharing $800, and then I found out that my share would be $800, and everything inside me railed against this idea. And I thought I was doing this, the safe thing, like a guided action, reaching out to this woman saying, okay, yeah, I'm gonna share this space with you. And I'm working on manifesting abundance and all these things, but also the area that this retreat is being held in is such a high-priced tourist zone. It's not a place I would ever go to on my own. I would never pick to go to a place like this because I'm not a tourist. I'm a traveler, and I want to stay with people who can look at me eye to eye, and I don't have to pay them for everything. I can exchange energy or clean the house or, watch the kids or do things differently, meet people where they're at, and be more accessible to real life wherever I am. This area of the island does not seem to have anywhere like this. I'm totally fine bringing my hammock and stringing it up somewhere and just living outside for a week, but it doesn't seem like it's even possible to do that in this place. So I'm confounded by this. So today in my meditation with Green Tara, she showed me this picture of me sleeping on someone's couch and having my whole immersion process publicly vulnerable. Because turns out I've put off most of my work in this curriculum so that I could have an accelerated process, so that my process could be more publicly visible, so that I would have the pressure tank of being here now in this, like, oh, I have to do this right now. There's no more time to wait. to push me to do these things. This very video. This is my third video today. Figuring out how to do this and actually doing it. Green Tara told me to make a video and post it on the forum. And I just started crying and crying and crying and crying and crying because I've been fighting doing this for years. And she was like, nope, no more fighting. And my inner Phoenix child was just laughing and laughing and laughing. She thinks this is the funniest thing ever. Which is good. It's funny. It's funny. Why should I care what other people think of me? It's not even really about other people. It's about me. I look at this video and I'm like, oh my God. And it doesn't matter. It's not about that. It's about the energy that I bring when I actually show up. I'm a very powerful being. I have manifested some really incredible things through intention. And so I'm here. And I guess I'm just going to put myself out there and say, hey, are you going to Hawaii? Because if you are, and you have a couch that I can stay on, I'm willing to pay for it and trade for it and do whatever else you want. I have crystals. I do crystal work. I facilitate sacred bath experiences for people. I love cooking, and I'm a good cleaner and organizer, and I'm great with kids. I don't even know. I would love to sleep on your couch for the conference. Is that ridiculous? I would love to share space with you in a radical way. I would love to share the vulnerability of my process in real time. I think something major is going to happen, and I don't know what it is, and I'm scared about that. And I also know that the only way I'm going to be safe is if I do what I'm told to do in the moment. So I'm doing that, and here I am. At least I'm not crying. I was crying earlier. And yeah, do you want to celebrate vulnerability with me on this adventure? I need a place to stay for the conference, and I have my meeting with Kaya in the nighttime on the 16th. So there you have it. I don't even know what else. Maybe this is just to make me feel really uncomfortable.